Hello, I'm Subin Lim. Today I will present a paper titled Masked Mimic, Unified Physics-Based Character Control Through Masked Motion in Painting. This paper presents Masked Mimic, a unified physics-based character control model that can be conveniently used across various tasks. Previous methods have proposed various physics-based character controllers, but these were typically task-specific, each designed for a single purpose. As a result, training new controllers is required for every new task, and the method often relied on carefully handcrafted reward functions. In contrast, the paper presents a unified physics-based character controller that can be used across multiple tasks without task-specific training or reward function design. Key insight is to train a single unified model to synthesize motions from partial motion descriptions such as masked keyframe, objects, text description, or any combination thereof. Before explaining the method, I will briefly introduce the key technique used in the paper. The paper used behavior cloning, a supervised learning strategy that trains a student policy from state action pairs produced by an expert. In this world, the teacher policy is first trained via reinforcement learning, and student policy is then trained in supervised manner to mimic the actions generated by the expert. Along with behavior cloning, the paper also employs a technique called Dagger, a method designed to address the distribution mismatch problem that occurs in behavior cloning, since the student policy may encounter states and make mistakes that the teacher policy would not. So the expert is used to relabel the correct action, and the newly labeled data is incrementally added to the dataset. The overall training process consists of two stages. In the first stage, a motion controller is trained via reinforcement learning to imitate pull reference motion, G-pull, using imitation learning. This allows the controller to accurately follow kinematic target motions. In the second stage, behavior cloning is used to train a new policy that imitates the fully constrained controller's action distribution, but conditioned on partially masked goal. This enables the model to generate full body motion even when only partial information is available. Now let's take a closer look at the fully constrained controller. Let me explain the state and action representation used by FCIP controller. First, the controller receives the current state of the humanoid, which includes the rotation, position, and velocity of each joint, all expressed related to the root frame. The reference motion GFC consists of future motion over the next k-frames and is referred to as a fully constrained goal in the paper. Similar to state xt, the goal is represented in local coordinate frames, one at root and others at each joint. Additionally, to enable robust behavior on irregular terrain, the controller receives a height map representing the surrounding environment. This paper uses PD control, where the action is defined as the target joint rotation, modeled as a multi-dimensional Gaussian with a fixed diagonal covariance matrix. Inspired by the success of Transformers, this paper designed the policy PyFC as a transformer-based controller, where each input is tokenized. Using a transformer architecture enables the controller to effectively capture the relationship between various types of input modalities. The creating network is trained alongside the transformer-based controller and is implemented as a fully connected network. And the reward function is composed of following terms: goal position and goal rotation, route height, joint velocity, joint angular velocities, and energy penalty. The FC policy is trained in three different environments: flat terrain, irregular terrain, and object playground as shown in the following figure. I will skip details. That concludes the explanation of a fully constrained controller. Next, let me explain the partially constrained controller, which this paper refers to as masked mimic. The policy PyPC runs to model the action distribution of the fully constrained controller PyFC, given only a partial constrained GT partial. To achieve this, the authors adopt a conditional variational autoencoder architecture. This generative model enables the PyPC to model the distribution of different behaviors that satisfy a particular set of constraints, rather than simply producing a single deterministic behavior. The partial goal consists of three types. First, any joint anytime. The model should support conditioning on target position and rotation for any joint in arbitrary future time step. Second, text-to-motion. The model should support high-level text commands. And object interaction. When available, the model should support object-based goals such as interacting with furniture. Masked mimic consists of three components: an encoder, a runnable prior, and a decoder. The encoder outputs a distribution given the fully observable future target pose from the desired reference motion. The runnable prior maps the encoder's distribution given only partially observed constraints. And the decoder condition on a latent sampled from the encoder's distribution and produce an action for the simulated character. Runnable prior is modeled as Gaussian distribution, and encoder E is modeled as a residual to prior. All components are trained using an objective that maximizes the log likelihood of action predicted by PyFC and minimize the KL divergence between encoder and prior. The model architecture is structured as follows. The prior is implemented using transformer encoder. Each input modality, such as the current pose, height maps, object representation, and text, is tokenized through its unique encoder. The diagram on the side shows a detailed illustration of the prior module. And the encoder is a fully connected network that takes a fixed size input. It receives the full future pose along with the corresponding keyframe masking information. Additionally, it takes the current state and height map to produce the latent variable z. Similarly, the decoder is also a fully connected network. It takes as input the current state, the sampled latent variable z, and the height map, and outputs the final actions. Each observation used as input is represented as follows. Keyframes are represented such that partially observed joints are canonicalized relative to the current pose, while unobserved joints are masked out with zeros. Additionally, masking information and time remaining to reach the target frame are appended. Object information is represented by the position of 8 corners of a bounding box. Text command is encoded using sclip embedding. Let me introduce the masking strategy used during training of the partially constrained controller. During training, the model randomly masked out different types of input like target joint, text description, and scene information. On top of that, the author used temporally structured masking schema, meaning the same mask is kept for several consecutive frames instead of changing it each time step. They found that if the mask changes at every frame, it actually makes training easier by reducing ambiguity, but that leads to worse generalization later. So by keeping the mask constant across time, the model learns to deal with more uncertainty. Also, when training with high-level goals like text commands or object interaction, they sometimes mask out all future poses, so the model learns to rely only on those high-level cues. Overall, this strategy helps the model handle a wide range of masking patterns and make it more robust in different situations. Let me quickly summarize the overall framework. First, a fully constrained controller is trained using reinforcement learning conditioned on full reference motion. This trained controller then serves as the teacher police for training the partially constrained controller policy. The partially constrained controller is based on CVAE architecture, which consists of an encoder that takes per goal, a flyer that receives the partial goal, and a decoder that generates action based on sampled latent variable Z. After training is complete, only flyer and decoder of partial constrained policy are used, allowing the model to generate full body motion conditioned on partial inputs. Next, I will show the result figures. The following shows example of tasks performed using any joint anytime control. It supports full body tracking and VR tracking, and even path following using only the head joint as input. The model also performs well on object interaction tasks and text-to-motion tasks using object and text condition respectively. Similar to prompt engineering, the authors utilized goal engineering to adapt masked mimic to a various of tasks. Goal engineering refers to the process of appropriately adjusting the goals provided to masked mimic in order to perform a desired task. For example, sitting on a chair consists of navigating toward chair using in between. Any joint anytime constraint is used. Then, once within range, second, conditioning on the chair bounding box representation. By conditioning masked mimic on different goal at each stage of the task, the controller can be directly to perform a wide range of tasks without any task-specific training. This figure shows example where core engineering enables the model to successfully perform desired motion for more complex tasks. In this paper, an evaluation study was conducted on sealing tasks, which requires the integration of multiple input conditions. The following table shows the result. Two components that show significant impact were residual flyer and structure masking schema. The inductive bias presented in residual architecture ensures the flyer properly controls the latent space encoding. Non-residual flyer proves incapable of controlling the motions. Finally, the structured masking strategy is shown to be crucial. It enables the model to handle scenario where certain joints are observed repeatedly or where only high-level commands are provided. Finally, I will discuss the limitation and future work. While masked mimic demonstrate high success rate across various scenarios, some generated motions still exhibit unnatural deterring behaviors. Additionally, challenging motions such as backflip and breakdancing remain difficult to reproduce. Although core engineering is more convenient than designing reward function, it can still be challenging to design appropriate goals for complex scenes or multiple characters. Currently, masked mimic is limited to interaction with static objects, but it could potentially be extended to handle dynamic objects as well. Furthermore, enabling interaction between multiple agents would be an exciting direction for future research. Thank you.